Bethesda. I only criticize you because I want you to get better.
But there is one big difference with this game.
Alright,
it's that each of those characters is a real person.
No! No! What the fuck? Wait, what? Wait.
Because yes, Fallout 76 is entirely online.
What the fuck? You son of a bitch!
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River.
I know you're probably thinking, George, didn't you already make a Fallout rant? Didn't you say you were done with Fallout? Why should you even care about this game? Why am I watching your videos? Why am I even subscribed? What's the meaning of life and why do I even exist? I can't answer a large majority of those because I don't know you personally, but I can answer one, that being why this video is being made at the moment. It's because a small little event, you may not have heard of it, it's called E3. Yeah, it's that one. But yeah, so it passed by. A lot of people were excited and a lot of people got hyped up. There were a lot of good reveals and a lot of good, games that were already revealed being shown off at E3, so that was really good. But this is E3 after all, so you always do get your E3 moments, as I like to call them.
I can't wait to drop off the battle bus and meet some of you on the battlefield in Fortnite. Field in Fortnite.
All around me are familiar faces.
Point being that everyone is at E3 for different reasons, and I was specifically there because an announcement was made by Bethesda on their social medias that a new Fallout game would be coming, and I was one of the people who thought that this new Fallout game would probably be a remaster of Fallout 3 for the Switch or something like that, and I was one of the shitty ones who told everybody not to put their expectations high. But no, it turns out they did a live stream and it was a new Fallout game and they were going to talk more about it at E3, and I was cautiously optimistic at that point, because like I said before, I haven't had the best experience with Bethesda, especially with that last video I made, and I just thought about it cautiously. I was like, hopefully this could be the Fallout New Vegas to Fallout 4's Fallout 3, you know what I'm saying? And to make a long story short, before the game even was fully shown off at E3, there was a lot of leaks from Kotaku and a specific guy saying that this might be a different Fallout game, no one knew how to take it, and we all kind of thought that we'd just wait until E3 because it was just a couple of weeks away anyways. And then fast forward to now, and we know what it is, kind of, but we don't know all the details, which is kind of odd. I mean, we've had multiple developer interviews, and Todd Howard has come out and said some stuff, and then we had the no-clip documentary about the making of the game, but I'm still confused on the entire thing. But the reason I didn't want to jump on this game as soon as they announced it, and as soon as they announced what it was going to be, is because I didn't just want to make assumptions, I would just at least want to know the bare basics of the game and how it would play. And now that I know about this stuff, I feel like I'm qualified to make a video now. But be warned that this video is going to be very biased, and it's going to be a very one-sided kind of thing. I did take into consideration all the things that people have been saying to defend the game and where it is, but I'm on the left side. I don't believe any of that. And I mean, if you're not into negative opinions about games that you're excited for, then don't watch the video. But if you're interested in what I have to say, then keep watching on and strap yourselves in, because this is going to be a long one. So hope you enjoy.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
Look, I don't want to keep you around all day, so let's just make a long story short. Essentially, the Fallout games that we have now are totally different from what Fallout used to be. Fallout used to be these top-down isometric RPGs, and they were made by an entirely different studio, and they weren't made by Bethesda. And they looked different, they played different. I mean, it was just, you look at it, it's a total 360 to what we have now, but the point I'm trying to make is, even throughout those transitions in those old games, it was still at its core an RPG that let you roleplay as a character in this world in which the world kind of revolved around you. There was always this kind of urgency to the situation you were in. No matter what game you were playing, there's always these stakes, and there was always characters and NPCs you could interact with, and there was a storyline and side quests. If you wanted to go on those, it was completely fine. It was up to you. But I feel like with Fallout 76, we're losing that. And I mean, it's not only me. I talked to a lot of other people who love the Fallout franchise, and they're also saying that they're not going to buy Fallout 76 because it just feels like a complete 360 and a total departure from what made this series so well known in the first place. And I'll touch on that right now because, I mean, it bothers me. And to this day, I think Fallout 4 is probably one of the most disappointing games I'd ever played. I really didn't know what to feel about like Fallout 4 when I first got it, because I was like, yeah, this is a fun game, but there was something that was lost. I felt like there was some kind of like translation that was just like gone there. And then I realized what the problem was. And I realized it like towards my 5th hour of gameplay. I was like, I haven't had a genuine role-playing experience, if you get my meaning. Because the other games would have these RPG systems that would really get you invested and really engrossed in the story because you were the one making the decisions and no one else was telling you what to do. It was just you. You can make opportunities happen, and the gameplay revolved around you and whether or not your character was good or your character was bad. And it was kind of like you could either be that or you could be in a great point, and it just made the games like super fun. But the last 2 Fallout games that have released just saw all of that and said, you know what? Fuck that. We're throwing that out the window. And now you have these dumbed down, stupid experiences that literally have no form of choice to them. They give you the illusion of choice, and especially with Fallout 76, which just completely removes dialogue overall and just says, oh, it's an RPG because you make your own character and you decide where to go. Okay, fuck you, because guess what? I could also do that in Destiny or Destiny 2, and those aren't considered deep experiences that are RPG MMOs. Technically they are, but no one really considers them that at all. And I mean, that's basically the direction that Fallout is going, except it's even worse than what Bungie can do to Destiny. Hi, it's me. Yeah, your boy, Canary Guy Crazy, or George. I don't care what you call me exactly, but sorry, it's just stopped the video right there, just in the middle of it. But I'm gonna cut like straight to the chase. The reason I did not finish that video is because the topic I was talking about was completely and utterly irrelevant. It was like no one cares about Fallout 76 anymore. The internet unanimously agrees that like Fallout 76 is the worst video game that's ever been created in the history of video games, apparently. And you know what? I agree with that. And if I'm gonna be honest with you, The video was just gonna be like every other video on the internet, which was gonna be a complaint video. And I don't know, I made it like a couple of months after E3, and I just never got back to it because it never really interested me at all in the long run. So you know what? I might as well tell you what I didn't like, what I thought the game was gonna be, and what it turned out to be, because all the points I have are basically exactly what happened. So let me just take out my handy dandy criticism paper, and let's just go through it together. Yeah, okay. So let's just start it from the top. Number one, crappy story. I knew from the start this game was not gonna have a good story because in multiplayer MMORPGs, it just doesn't happen. Look at Destiny. Look at Destiny 2. Look at Anthem. Look at all these other games that have this kind of looter shooter kind of direction in it, and none of them have a good story in general. Like, it's like pretty much everyone agrees on the fact that these games don't have good stories. And you know what? Fallout 76 didn't have a good story because it didn't have NPCs. But let me save that for the second point. Second point, number two. Boring open world. Why would I say that? Because there are no NPCs to interact with. No friendly NPCs. The only ones you find in the world are enemies, and after a while, shooting enemies in a big, empty, open world kind of gets boring because there's no subtext. There's nothing interesting about the world that's really bringing you in. So that's number two. Number three. Real bad servers. I knew from the start that this game was not going to run good, because if you've seen my Fallout 4 video, you know for a fact that Fallout 4 did not run good, even though it was a single player game. And the fact that they were adding a bunch of graphical improvements, as well as doubling the size of the world, including trees in it, and making it multiplayer with like up to 30 people on one server, it was like come on. What are you, stupid? You're gonna fucking break your game before it even comes out because everyone predicted this? So yeah, broken servers, horrible gameplay. Oh yeah, and last and finally, fourth point, and everyone hates this with these new Fallout games, lack of RPG systems or RPG-ness in general. Yeah. Okay. So, just to make this straight to the point, the old Fallout games were super in-depth RPGs, and even the newer ones, like Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, had choices that impacted the world, the story, and everything else that happened around you in general, your morals, and everything that was just there. And, I mean, just taking all of that out in general is just like the worst move you could possibly like ever do for a Fallout game, because I mean that's kind of like the entire basis on what the fucking series was built off of. So taking all that away is just kind of like, why the hell would you do that? And guess what? All of the points that I listed off came true. Hallelujah! Who knew? Who knew that Bethesda could mess up a multiplayer game? I mean, it's not like it happened before. Uh-oh. Yikes. But also, in general, I didn't think it was gonna be a good game. And guess what? I was right about it. And I think Bethesda actually sent me a message. If believe it or not, they sent me a message. It's right here on this paper, on this board as well. If you could read that real quick. I mean, it's kind of obvious. I mean, it says, "Fuck you." Bethesda Game Studios. So, yeah. I think our standing with Bethesda is not good. In the slightest. And finally, big announcement. This is kind of an update video, kind of not. I don't know if I should make this into a separate video itself. I'm quitting gaming. At least for the channel, not as a epic gamer bro like me, because I'm not gonna ever quit playing video games, because that's like one of my like biggest passions. But if you've been noticing, the last two videos I uploaded were like meme fucking videos, and Surprisingly enough, I enjoy making that kind of content more than I do making full length analysis and funny videos. Funny in quotation marks, because honestly, it was more like cringe-tastic. It was horrible, and everyone who said, "Hey, your videos aren't that bad," I really appreciate it, but I don't think I can live up to the standards of good quality content that I want to make until it just meets my expectations, and my expectations are not being met every time I make a video. I just think, wow, I could have improved on that, or I could have done this better. And I mean, that kind of process with me, it sticks with me, and I don't think I'm really providing you the content that I want to provide in general. And if you understand where I'm coming from, I mean, please don't get mad at me or tell me that I'm just being like lazy about it, because it's not really even that. I love making videos. I just don't like the state that they're in right now. And to fix that, it's gonna need some time and some better equipment for me later on. In the meantime, I think this channel's basically gonna be a meme page. I'm probably just gonna post a bunch of random shit that I think is funny, inside jokes with my friends. So if I ever post a video and you just don't get it, it's probably an inside joke, and you should probably maybe view it, maybe not. Just depends on you. Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed that half video that I made, and until next time, I'll see you on the next memers and gamers all around the world. All right, we good?